It's time to mind your business with me, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in to find out how to mind your business with BEDC, special guest entrepreneurs, industry experts, and more. Brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda business starts here. Welcome to Mind Your Business.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. I am your host, Jamillah Lodge, and I'm very pleased to have you here, Lynette Mills.
Yes, ma'am.
You are owner of Soulfood.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan. Yep.
I appreciate that. Look, I often wonder sometimes, I'm like, are people even listening?
Listen, us who really take this thing serious, this entrepreneurship thing serious, you have to listen.
Yeah.
Information, knowledge is power, you know?
Absolutely.
We're all fools to what we don't know, so I'm tapped in.
Okay. Yeah. I appreciate it. And that's why we do it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So today you are the guest of honor, and we're going to be talking about your journey, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's start a little bit with getting to know you. Who is Lynette?
Well, Lynette Mills is a chef by trade. Been in the business for a very long time. Sort of been around food my whole life. My mom worked in hospitality many years ago at Mermaid Beach. So I was kind of one of those kids that got dragged every summer on the property because you weren't going to stay around the neighborhood and be a tyrant.
Right.
So my mom used to drag me to Mermaid Beach, and eventually I was given the opportunity to do some work in the kitchen. Didn't want to do it at first, of course, but once I literally got my first day in and I saw exactly what was taking place, I was interested. I would say about 15. I come from a great family of cooks. My grandmother, my mother, West Indian, of course, St. Kitts. And so I've been around food my whole life. As you can see, I'm healthy. So me and food have been friends, but definitely enjoy preparing food from my heart to people that I love and care for, who even want just something to eat, from very young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hence the name Soul Food, right? Because it feeds your soul.
Definitely. Care about what we're doing. That's the difference. It's not always easy, but I take pride in every single thing, right down to the salad, right down to the piece of lettuce, making sure that it's gonna please you as you're eating it. Yeah,
we love that, right? And I'm sure people can tell, right? When they taste it, they can feel the love.
I'm grateful. The journey has been amazing.
Okay, so 15, first experience in the kitchen. How did you get to be Soulfood? What was that journey like?
I'll tell you, after obviously the interest was there. Like every summer I got a little hustle in some sort of kitchen somewhere. I want to say fast forward, 2018, the National Training Board did a course for anyone that was interested in hospitality up at the college. And so my spouse's grandmother said, listen, you're good at it, let's just do something. She signed me up. And I had the opportunity to do kitchen, front desk, bar, to train in almost every area.
Right.
And because kitchen was what stuck with me the most, I just gravitated towards chefing. My mom died when I was really young. So unfortunately, I didn't get to finish out my culinary journey the way I intended. But I was able to kind of get pieces of experiences from each job that I managed to uphold, to like Riddles Bay Golf Club, Southampton Princess.
Okay.
One summer at 4 Ways In, I got a temp position. So bits and pieces of different places, just learning from people. And it just stuck with me. Fast forward to Be Soulfood. Now, we used to be B&D's Deli. I had my good friend who still works with me until this day. We decided to, come on, we can do this. Let's just get a hustle. Because we're sitting around waiting for something.
Yeah.
We got to make it. We decided to start selling codfish and potato. Started with that, and we've been going ever since.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had our years where we, decided to just kind of take a break and do different things.
Yeah.
But I always ended up back here. Not everyone's going to come along with you.
Yeah.
So I've managed to kind of hold on to it, but elevating it as I went. So we started from selling codfish and potato to then, listen, you girls can come cater this thing for us. So we'll do that. And then after that, we're looking, look, I'm getting married. And it just started to grow. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, 25 years ago, I have a 30-year-old son, and I started when he was about 3. So we're talking almost 30 years.
Wow.
But just definitely learning and growing, and making sure that I tap into to pleasing people. It wasn't about the money. It was about making sure that the product was good enough.
Right.
Know? So yeah.
Okay. So now it's about the money, though, right?
It's starting to be about the money. Thank God for BDEC.
Okay.
Making it make sense, getting the money back, getting a little paycheck used to be enough. Now I'm realizing that my time is valuable.
Yes, ma'am.
And it costs me.
Yes, it does.
So from the minute I have to start writing a quote to picking up stores, to using my vehicle to ship stuff backwards and forth, definitely investing. For the last 4 or 5 years, I've been rebranding and reinvesting into Be Soulfood. That's why you see us everywhere.
Okay.
And I mean, I say that respectfully, not everywhere, but I've learned that, okay, if I want to be taken seriously, I have to present myself seriously.
Yes.
So
I feel like saying amen, hallelujah. You know what I mean?
For
because
many years,
true.
Just thinking, okay, if I got a little extras and I could pay people, we're good. Let's make the money back I didn't lose is enough. No. I went from renting equipment to use for catering to earning almost everything that I use. So I had to invest in myself. I had to bet on myself, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Always while working a full-time job, raising a kid, and surviving, literally,
Right.
But yeah, definitely, the journey has been great. Like, I can go on and on. Half an hour won't be enough, Miss Jamillah.
But, some of the things that I think that you said, you can tell that you just love cooking, love sharing a piece of yourself with the food that you prepare for others. Because you've been doing it for over 30 years just because. That's just what you were going to do. But I think at the point when you realize, okay, enough of the gifting, even though people were paying, it may not have been sufficient to cover your actual costs, right?
I was cheating myself.
Yes.
Up until about 2 years ago, cheating myself. But we're old fools, so what we don't know. I've said that like 3 times to you this morning. And so now I get it. And I realize that I'm realizing my value more and more every day. And that doesn't mean I have to gouge. That doesn't mean I have to be unrealistically overpricing everything. But I'm definitely taking the time to use the tools that come along in these podcasts and BDC information sessions and stuff like that, to literally take the time and do the paperwork before you turn over the pot.
Well done.
So now it's starting to make sense.
Yes, and it can. And that's, to me, the beauty of knowing is recognizing that people will pay you what you're worth. Definitely. You know what I mean? And sometimes I think we self-sabotage because we're thinking, oh, I don't want to overcharge, or I want people to really experience the food, and I don't want to make it. But people will pay for quality. People will pay for you. You know what I mean? Because you are in your food. People will pay for service. And so at the very least, you want to make sure that you're recouping the cost, or what we call break even, right? Yeah. But the whole point of starting a business is to make money. It's make a profit, right?
Pay a mortgage. It is
I know that's joke. Right.
Like, no joke. So definitely, again, betting on myself.
Yeah.
Believing in myself.
Yes.
Pick your head up. Even though I'm always got my head down. So pick your head up.
Something. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Smile. Look toward it.
I love that.
And I enjoy I literally enjoy this. Catering to me is everything.
Yes.
One of the best things I've ever done. And we do have different little entities. Sometimes we do concessions. Fruits and roots part of my business is we operate a farm stand seasonally from time to time. We haven't been able to tap into it for a few years due to some personal challenges with my family. But that whole farm to table, talking to people, interacting with people, being able to literally go and sourcing the goods myself at the dock, getting the fish at the farms, picking out which sweet potatoes I'm going to use, all of that stuff, that pleases me more than anything.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you're catering, right? And you do some pop-ups. So talk to me a little bit about the distribution. How do you get your food to your customers?
Okay, so primarily catering is what we're known for as of late. That we are able to use the commercial, we're in the commercial kitchens program.
Okay.
And I want to say about 3 or 4 years ago, I said, listen, I'm tired of grouping up in a taxi or getting somebody to borrow their vehicle to help me truck stuff. I went and invested in a little van.
Okay.
I chose to sacrifice gifts like purses and shoes from my beautiful spouse. He'll buy me pots and different pieces of equipment to elevate me, and that's been forever. But as of lately, the most I've been adamant on, listen, if you're gonna do this is it.
Yes.
Just again invested in myself, making sure that I have all of the elements to get the food to whatever event safely, warmly, making sure that my team and I all share the same intention. So we do a lot of pre-meetings before we even start. Before we book an event, we're having a meeting about it before I even could put pen to paper, and then I put pen to paper, and then we go from there. So definitely setting intentions from inception to completion,
to delivery. Okay. I love that.
And making sure that we have all of the elements to get the stuff there safely.
Right.
I don't know if you've managed or even seen our social media post, like a lot of venues don't have kitchens. So we have to build kitchens. We would listen. Whatever it takes, pop-up tents, griddles, warmers, fryers, everything, just so that we can give you the very best experience you're paying for.
Okay.
And we're known for that. I pride myself on that.
She said, I'll bring the kitchen. Don't you worry.
Yeah, no soggy fish on my watch. Yeah, if I can help it, we get into it.
Okay.
Definitely.
So prior to the you mentioned you're in the commercial kitchens program. Talk to me about how that changed the way you've been able to conduct business.
So when I started the commercial kitchens program, prior to that, I was just doing catering basically for people that would rent like a venue, like maybe say Per Six or places that have full kitchens.
Right. Okay.
Right? So then I can sort of go there and
prepare the
string
food
up. Prior to that, from time to time, we would do a little concession here and there, but Fruits and Roots is what we were primarily operating when we got into the commercial kitchens program, which is the farm stand element. So I would pop up my branded pop-up tents and use the fruits and vegetables purchased through Butterfield and Vallis, like we import fruits, fresh fruit juices we're juicing, able to go to the farms, get whatever produce is in season, and display a beautiful display on the side of the road on Palmetto Road. And that's kind of where we popped again. Like, yo, they're doing this is so nice, but why we can't get you to come?
Yeah.
So then people started to ask, and then that element started to pop up. Well, I rent this space, so come on, let's go. Let's just get into it. So then we split the team. So sometimes I'll be in the kitchen cooking. I got the team up on the farm stand doing it on a Saturday morning, and then it just grew to the point where we had to literally put signs up to say, sorry, we'll be back next week because we're catering.
Right.
Catering sort of took over the farm stand element, plus one or two other personal issues with, a loved one at home that took sick. So Saturday mornings, rather than all of us being up at the farm stand, somebody has to be home because she has a caregiver.
Yeah.
That's another story for another time. Love you, Beans. But, we pride ourselves on the fact that no matter what we're doing, we have to present it really well.
Right.
So that pop-up literally was my resurgence to, okay, this girl, yes, I remember her. She used to do this. They used to sell codfish. And then I want to say the last 3 years have been overwhelmingly beautiful.
I love
Not
that.
easy though, but beautiful.
Yeah.
Purposeful. All the intention set, all of the hard work. Definitely, I'm seeing it come back. You know?
It must be satisfying to know that, like you said, you've been doing this for over 30 years and you've had periods where you have had to stop for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But then when you come back, the love is still
It's
there.
still
People
there.
are still happy
Amazing.
to see you.
I've had concessions at Devonshire Recreation Club, Floral Club. I've done a few things in different communities, and I'm gonna tell you, God is my witness. The same people
They be
show up for
they
me.
be waiting for
They
you.
see my logo, my sign, my tent. Oh, we're coming. Where are you? What you doing? What you selling today? You know, it's crazy. I'm grateful.
All right, so now we know why they're coming back, because the food is good. Okay,
I
so
pray.
let's talk.
Because I say my prayers. I give God
And
all the
that
glory
too.
first.
And that too. But you're putting love in that food. And I want to know what kind of food. Now, I know, because, you know, I'm from the South.
Okay.
So I know soul food. But you talk to me about your soul food.
Okay.
And what are some of your featured items and things that you enjoy making?
So for me, I consider myself a multi-cuisine chef. I can kind of get into anything, but always want to put our oil and flavor on it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I believe in fresh herbs to season instead of salt-based seasonings. I believe in making sure that if I'm catering on a Saturday, by a Wednesday everything's in marinade and getting right down to that burn, so that when you're biting into that piece of chicken, you know it's gonna please you, because you can tell that some time was taken with it. Again, that stems from my grandmother and my mother-in-law and her mother, who were all great cooks, who always had this little girl who loved to eat in the kitchen around them, doing something, getting in it, helping. I'll do the dishes for a reason, you know, but just definitely speaking to Bermudian cuisine, fresh fish, definitely fresh produce, being able to, again, season from herbs. So like part of the fruits and roots elements that we used to do is I used to grow herbs to sell at the farm stand.
Nice.
So like fresh thyme, rosemary, peppers, you know what I mean? Whatever's in season, I'm blending it up in a bottle in my whatever kitchen, and we start from there. So it definitely starts from fresh elements. It starts from the earth always, and then we go from there. And again, Miss Jamillah, prayer first. If I don't put that prayer in, if I don't just acknowledge the fact that these gifts, I you know, without God I wouldn't have them. So I've got to give Him all the glory, and then I go from there. Even on my worst days, you know. I don't know if you've ever been to an event that we've catered. You see me, myself, and my team around that buffet before we let you get to it, and we're praying over it.
Okay.
Because that's what it means to us. You know, these are the gifts that I was blessed with, that I can then share. So it's important for me to acknowledge the giver. You know.
I love that. Okay.
Yes.
So do you have so when you talk about catering, and I know you mentioned you meet with your team and you have a meeting first before you put pen to paper. So in my mind, that means that each menu could be different. Or do you have like set menus that you do? How do you?
We do have a list of like our most requested items that we kind of would generate around if people's inquiring about catering. We're not limited to it though. So people they want that rasta pot, like it's crazy. But dishes like rasta pasta, but my take on it, and then obviously we're known for fish. The fish dishes, and definitely our salads, and it just a plethora. It could be anything at any given time. I'm not lying to you. Some days we're doing a whole stir fry right outside your door, like whatever it takes, charcuterie, whatever, spreads, whatever you need.
You can do it.
We can. I pride myself on the fact that I'm gonna put intention in it, and then I'm gonna give it to you, and then if I can, I'm gonna tell you that too.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Have you ever had to tell someone, oh, no, I don't do that?
Of course. Someone me roast a pig. I don't know how to do that. No, I'm sorry. I just wouldn't know, but I could probably find somebody and
that can do
I
it
could
for
make sure
you.
it's clean and
Yeah.
give them a safe space to do it, and we could do it. But I'm gonna be very honest with you. You know, I don't believe in putting my hat where I can't reach.
Yeah, understood.
You know what I mean? Just to save face, not waste your time on mine.
Yeah. And like you said, based on your conversation, sounds like quality is extremely important. So you're not gonna do anything halfway.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
When I every plate of food, it's got my face on it, whether it's there or not. You know, you see this logo, it's her.
Now, talking about the logo, because your name is Lynette Mills.
Okay.
So, what is the B in B Soul Food?
Okay. Technically, it is for blessed.
Oh.
But, it's a but. Boogie is my nickname.
Okay.
Everybody knows me as
Boogie is blessed.
Yes, she is. But that B is for blessed.
Yeah.
It really is. Blessed Soulfood Express Catering.
Okay.
That's what it means.
Okay.
You know, it's not boogie, but people think that, but it's really not.
It's blessed.
It's blessed.
Okay, I love that.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you can hear it in your explanation of why you do what you do. So your hands are blessed, and people who get to sample your food are blessed.
Thank
right?
you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So talk to me about what has been like the biggest shift for you, because you've been cooking for over 30 years. And now that you are an entrepreneur, you're doing this thing for real, what has been your biggest shift, I guess, in terms of mindset from a business perspective?
Okay. First and foremost, consistency. Being consistent. Even on the days where it's hard. Consistency. Discipline. Again, first and foremost, prayer. And the value of the gift. You know what I mean?
Talk to me about consistency and why is it important?
Because today, if I show up and give you 200%, and the next time you call me, I give you 75, you're not calling me back.
Right.
So I've been blessed to have repetitive customers over the last few years. And I'm going to name drop some. Please don't be offended if I don't call you out. BPSU Women's Committee, Curvature Brunch, Bananas Inc. These people call on me constantly. And at first you was intimidated because these are big people, big events, reputable places that are doing reputable things in reputable places. And they want this little girl from back of town to show up and do what? So I had to sort of elevate myself and realize my worth to stand in those rooms proudly and earn it.
Because they can't do what you can do.
Once I realized that I deserved to be there and I earned my way there, the journey became easier. And not in the light of the work's easier, because it's 10 times harder now. But I'm able to shift my mind. Okay, come on, we got this. We know what to do. Once you've done, we were blessed to do the MS Pink Party last summer or last May. And that was like 350 people in Dockyard with no kitchen. So we had to build a kitchen.
Girl.
And we got there and we did that. We slapped it. And I'm so grateful. God bless you, team. I love you guys. It was so many challenges, one obstacle after another. But a reputable company, Bananas, put my name forth to the promoter. He trusted her because she trusts me. And I believed in myself and my team. And we're going to do this. We're going to do it by any means necessary. We're doing it. And I want to say that was probably the biggest event we done in that light outside, no kitchen.
Right.
So that to make it happen. And I'm talking, we're not just frying something. We got stir fry and fresh fish and salads and just doing the most in Dockyard with nothing, everything's on a burner on the line. We're doing it fresh. And I said, if we can get through this, we can do anything.
You can do anything.
Again, build self-belief, believing in what we come with, you know? So, yeah, that for me, that was the solidifier. We can do this. But then that little event for 50 people for my granny who's turning 75 means equally just as much.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of this, too. A lot of church events, schools, wakes, weddings, birthday parties, celebrations of all sorts and all kinds. People call on us, and from the largest to the smallest, it all hits the same for me, you know. And they call us back, you know.
Yeah.
Listen, you did my wedding. I catered a wedding, I want to say last year, for a prominent sports club president. I ended up doing his bridal, his wife's baby shower. Then they want me to do the birthday party, and like you're a forever caterer, and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
That hits. It's bigger than whatever you're paying me.
Yeah.
Because it means that I've definitely left an impression.
Yes.
You know, people like Eastern Conies. We've been doing Coney games for the last 3 or 4 years. Every year for the teams and the officials. So we were their official caterer. We didn't know doing it this year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But and won us. But because they constantly are calling us back and they're looking for us for anything, it just means a lot.
It does.
You know?
It means that people appreciate your professionalism and the food is good.
Definitely.
Like for me, I think like that's like a minimum like standard is that the food is good. But you'll be surprised how many people miss that mark, right? They have all the other things, but it's like understand that food feeds the soul, hence the name Soul Food. So you gotta be good. Go ahead.
And I get it. And for me, okay, I know I can throw it on, but service has to match that food.
Yes.
So I had to tap into that part. So the last 4 or 5 years, that's what we've been tapping into.
Okay.
The service element, because I could cook, I could fix it up for you. How is it presented?
Yes.
Are the people that serving it, are they clean? Are they cordial? Are they going beyond the call of duty to make sure that guest or customer is pleased in every way? Yeah. And that for me, I pride myself on service as well. You know, I pride myself on the fact that every single member of my team give that 200%, whether I'm in the room or not.
So let's talk about that because in some conversations I've had, that has been some people's most difficult challenge is finding and keeping a good team of people. And you catering 300 plus people events means you need a good team. So how do you identify the team that you work with and how do you embed that same sort of culture of quality and deliciousness and God first into the team that you create?
My team is my family.
Okay.
My team is my family. 1 or 2 good friends, but primarily my family, my everyday people, the people that are betting on me, whether I can bet on myself.
Right.
The people that will pick me up on the days that I'm down. People that are that uplift and inspire. You know, we're each other's keeper.
Yeah.
And so I'm blessed to have I have 1 son, and I'm blessed because once he was old enough, he put his back up against mine and come on, mommy, I got you.
I love that.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
And he definitely has been that spark. Cause come on, you know, come on, Books, let's go. and he reminds me of who I am daily. Mama, come on now, you could do this. There's no way. Well, tell me what you need me to do. You know, my family, Miss Jamillah, cousins, spouse, good friends.
I love
you
that.
know, and then just people who I know I can trust.
Right.
You know, because I'm serious about it. It's no joke. Like I pride myself on good service.
And I feel like because you're able to work with your family and close friends, they know you. So they know what your expectations are.
They already know. That hair drops. So you didn't see them teeth. Watch it. Yeah.
They know not to come, and play around. So, okay. Now, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about like your vision, like where you want Be Soul Food to be in the next 3-5 years and what that looks like.
Okay. In the next 5 years, I want to be able to operate Be Soul Food on a full-time basis. I want to be able to be in a space where I'm able to do more for my community through Be Soul Food. And I want to be able to have my farm stand operational, like every week, because that is something that pleases me. You know what I mean? It's I'm not making a whole lot of money from it, but it's something that I loved.
Right.
So on a Saturday morning, I'm up at the crack of dawn. I'm got my boots on, muddy, rainbow, shiny, erecting tents, putting it all up, and it pleased me. So I got a day off, but I used to look at that as my downtime, and I want to be able to do that again, weekly.
Right.
But I want Be Soulfood to be able to grow full time. Find a full time spot, and I want catering to be probably the most that we're doing from it. I don't think a full time concession or even a little shop at this time, but maybe that's something I can grow into. But I love to cater.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could do concessions, but I love to cater. I love events. I love comforting in a crisis of a death, and being able to offer my services for a family that's bereaving, a wedding, those celebrations, christenings, baby showers. I love to see people happy.
Okay.
And if I can make that space or that particular time in their lives a bit better, or for something that I'm feeding them, it's gratifying
To you.
Yeah.
So you're in the commercial kitchens program, and the way that works is it can be fractional, or do you have like the kitchen the whole time? Like,
Listen, I've blocked out pathways. I went from like 2 days to like five or six, and pleading for more.
Yeah.
I need my own space.
you need your own space.
Yeah,
okay.
and I need my own space. I need to be able to clear out of there. Whilst I'm thankful for you, BDEC, I do realize that it's people that need to come behind me,
Yeah.
and kind of get to where I'm going.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that.
Okay.
That's the next step.
And maybe we can assist you with that, because that's the whole point of that program is we want to see you grow.
Yeah, it's time.
You know what I mean?
It's
grow
time.
into your own space.
Yeah.
So if we can help to facilitate that, then that's the next thing that we have to do.
It's definitely time. I feel that I've taken over Pathways Kitchen. Like, if you go in there, it's just, you see me.
It's Be Soulfood.
And it's not fair.
Well, I mean, listen, we're trying to create opportunities for entrepreneurs in this kind of culinary industry, in the kitchen space. Some people need the whole kitchen, right? So if anybody's listening and you know someone, or you have a commercial kitchen that you're not using, please do hit BEDC up, because we have a list of people who need to use it. You include it. So that could be your kitchen, and then we can go source a kitchen for someone else. So
Definitely.
that you've grown to this point, that means that the program did what it was supposed to do.
It has exceeded my expectations. It's given me the definitely the tools that I've needed in order for me to see it through. So I'm grateful for you guys. I really am.
Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Now let's let the people know how to get some Be Soulfood.
Okay.
How do they contact you?
All right, so you can reach us. So definitely on Instagram, TikTok, Be Soulfood Express _ on Instagram, and then on our TikTok shop, you can get me under Boog's Mills or Be Soulfood Express Catering. Email, all of that information's in our bios, so we're easy to find.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we minded our business today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And listen, I want to thank you again on air for listening and giving us a shout out, because like for me, it's like you're the literal representation of why we do what we do.
Thank you so much. You drop jams. You don't even know. Sometimes it's hard truth. Some days I'm in that van with tears in my eyes, because I know I didn't get it right based off of some information that was shared via this platform.
Aww.
So I want to thank you.
And I thank you, because now you are going to be dropping gems, and someone's going to be listening to your story and saying, you know what? I can do it too. And that's what we want. We want to inspire.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you for minding your business with us today. And remember, if you don't mind your business,
we will. Thank you. All right.
Thanks for tuning in to Mind Your Business with me, your host, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. because if you don't mind your business, who will? Mind Your Business is brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.